back to the Barefoot Skinner channel. I'm Darren. I'm here at Creeks Bend Taxidermy. Today I have a very good project going for you. Very heavy 10-point whitetail. It has got a huge 28-inch neck, and I've got some major form modifications to do. The customer wanted a mount that's just a straight-on semi-sneak mount, but in the catalogs I couldn't find a 28-inch neck in a straight form. So I took a semi-sneak 6900 series form. I've got some lines laid out on it to alter this form so that it will be a straight forward looking semi-sneak form. So let's get after it. Thank you for joining. Those that you've been here before, and welcome to those that have not seen the channel. Please subscribe so you can keep up to date on the projects going here at Creeks Bend Taxidermy Shop. Again, I am the Barefoot Skinner. I'll tell you that story someday, where it'll be straight out of the wall, and then we'll go from there. I haven't ever modified one like this before, but we'll get the saw out and we'll start cutting. There you have it. Soon to be a forward-looking straight walnut. Whenever you cut a wedge out of one side, you need to fill in the remaining gap on the other side. You can usually take that wedge and use it to take up the space so that you don't have to fill so much, put so much foam in there. So once I decide that this is where I want it all, I'll start bonding that back on there. I've got a center line down the back and kept that centered up with the plate. Also a center line down the neck. Kept that lined up with the backing plate. So I am happy with where it's sitting. If it's on the wall, it's looking fairly straight. Now, of course, now I've got to take the head and turn it, which will cause modification needs for the neck muscle to be shortened a little bit over here and lengthened over here. We'll get it bonded on here first. Fits in there nicely. Cut that wedge out, use that as filler, and bond it back together. have to be real careful when you're, of course, you're screwing into this foam to hold it in place. Those any screw will strip out really fast, and then you have to put another hole in it. It'll take just a minute to let that set up, and then we'll prepare the rest of it and put it back on the base plate. That Bondo method works pretty good. It's really nice about it. It does bond well, and it cures really fast. So a little prep work here, and we'll continue. I do want to say, as a taxidermist, I appreciate all of the other taxidermists that take the time to put some videos out there on how-tos and tips and techniques, and just watch the way other people do it, and if any can benefit with what I'm doing here, to see any new tips, please let me know. I appreciate your support, and I think this is a neat industry, and just want to share it with you. Probably wondering why I put those screws in there. You'll find out. Back up in the line. All this is a inner tube cut about a 1/2 inch strip, and it's amazing how much clamping force that inner tube will provide. As you wrap it, it just gets tighter and tighter and tighter. You get a really good tight joint. Well, that's all set up and bonded good now, and I gotta give credit where credit's due on this process of using the inner tube. Other people may have used it before, but a good friend of mine named Rod, he introduced me to that method when I was needing to do a repair on my acoustic guitar neck. It broke while I was trying to do a fix on it. So this was a method that he taught me how to use to clamp things down, and I'm applying it to the taxidermy. Now on to the moving the neck. I've given it some thought. I think what I'm going to do is the same type of process where I'm going to remove wedges out of this side and slowly move that neck over. I've got a center line established here and the center line of the form, and I just need to move that over in line with this. So we'll see how that goes. You can learn with me. On the back side, the neck is running pretty straight, almost all the way up to the head, so I don't need to cut anything below there. I'm just going to have to incrementally take it out of here. So I'll put some lines on there that kind of gives me a guide on where and what I need to cut, and we'll make adjustments as needed. I'll use this on the other side. It doesn't take much of this foam to go a long way, so we'll just mix up a little batch and put some on this wedge and stick it back in there, and then we'll work on the other side. It's starting to foam up already, but it's okay. It won't sit up hard for a little bit. Sometimes it's okay to let it foam up. That way you don't have that expansion pressure pushing on the joints. So just buttered it up on both sides, and we'll stick that back in there. It is good to add some hold down because that foam does expand, and it will push the joint. Take those screws back out once it sets up. Patch up any holes. And fill in any joint gaps from other areas. Works good for that too. Just remember, as you can see here, wherever you put it, it's going to expand, and so you don't have to be too liberal with your use of it. It goes a long way. I'm going to turn it over while that's setting up and get some foam on the other side. here that a little bitty amount that I mixed up in the cup and poured down here in this seam, you can see it expands and fills quite well. I'll let that set up. Alright, this is set up here, and I don't think I gained too much by this first move. I might have to get a little bit more aggressive in the wedges I cut out of it. We'll see how it goes, but I'll trim this off and we'll turn it back upright and take a look and see what we need. Well, that's got the jawline right here at the throat, centered up, so you just bond it in that position there. Then there'll be some sculpting that will need to be done on each side of the neck to balance it out, and then we'll work on moving the head. Thank you all for watching. I'm going to cut this video here, and please subscribe and don't miss part 2 of this beast of a buck, 28-inch whitetail. Thank you for watching, and God bless. Barefoot Skinner is my channel. Thank you.